And I believe that if you want to be good at something, you can just like get the hang of it.
Good morning, I'm Sarah. Can you tell me your name, please?
My full name is Lê Hồng Phương, but you can call me Phương for short.
Can I see your identification?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
So in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about work and study.
Yes.
Are you working or are you a student?
Well, after I graduated from Foreign Trade University, I was recruited as an English teacher for a center, and I have been working here for almost 3 years.
Do you miss being a student?
Yeah, sometimes. Because I guess that I led a carefree life when I was still a student at university. I didn't have to worry about a thing. My life basically revolved around studying and playing. Now that I am employed, I can definitely feel the burden of responsibility.
Do you like your job?
Yes, of course. What I enjoy the most about my job is that I get the chance to meet people from all walks of life, which really boosts my person skills. This job also gives me an opportunity to work in a professional working environment and move up the career ladder. So to me, I think it is a fulfilling career. Yeah.
Why did you choose to do that type of work?
Well, I guess the main reason is that I have always had the passion for English and also for teaching since I was a child. And I really like this job, although the workload can be heavy sometimes. I mean, this job gives me the satisfaction of making a contribution to the society. What I mean is that when I see my students' progress, I feel motivated to try even harder.
Let's move to part 2 now. You'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say.
Yes.
Okay, time's up. Can you please start speaking now?
Well, so I want to share with you a skill that I believe I can teach other people. As I've mentioned before, I am currently working as an English teacher. So the first skill that crosses my mind is language skills, specifically English skills. I think that in today's world, English is an important language in any professional or even personal goal. So being fluent in English really helps you to obtain more career opportunities. And in my case, I have had a passion for English for a very, very long time. And I took up the habit of studying English since I was really small. Until now, I have been able to maintain the habit of practicing English every day. Like I do English exercises and I watch videos and shows on YouTube. So when it comes to studying English, I know the problems that we may encounter, and I think that I am confident in showing how to tackle these problems. So that is why, or that is also how I am teaching my students now. After I listen and I understand their difficulties when learning English, I will apply the knowledge and the experience that I have gained into providing them the appropriate material, the learning method, or giving them the opportunity as well as an encouraging environment for them to really grow fond of English. And I believe that if you want to be good at something, you can just like get the hang of it. You need to have the passion for it, and you have to get the hang of it. So Yeah, as I said before, I feel very motivated and I feel very proud when I see my students' progress.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now we'll move on to part 3.
Yeah.
Should teachers be funny when they teach?
Yes, definitely. I think having a good sense of humor will benefit teachers in some ways. It can lighten up the atmosphere of the classroom, or it can strengthen the bonds between the teachers and students. In other words, students will feel more comfortable when they study. However, I think that teachers shouldn't be funny all the time. They should know when to be strict in order to maintain the discipline of the classroom.
Which do you think is more important, practical skills or academic skills?
Well, I think it really depends. I guess they are of equal importance. It depends on what profession the person is doing right now. For example, if you are working as a doctor, a lawyer, or something in academic, I think academic skills is definitely more crucial. However, when it comes to jobs like doing business or working in the marketing field, I think that possessing a good communication skills is definitely advantageous.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're finished.
Thank you.
That's the end.
Yes.
I thought she gave a really strong response overall. In terms of the flow of her response and the fluency, it was quite smooth overall, and occasionally there was time at the beginning where she was pausing to think, but most of the pauses seemed related to her thinking of the idea she wanted to express next, rather than thinking about the vocabulary. Occasionally there were some pauses to maybe think of words or repetitions, but not very often. And she used some nice phrases, for example, what I mean is, in order to clarify and organize her response. Her vocabulary was used very comfortably and naturally overall. There weren't really too many examples of words that stuck out as being used unnaturally. She had some nice colloquial expressions, such as move up the career ladder and lighten up the atmosphere, and these were used effortlessly and comfortably throughout. Her grammar overall was error-free, and she used a good variety of structures, used quite comfortably. There were a few minor examples of some basic errors, mostly in terms of plurals, I would say. For example, there was a phrase, still a students, instead of still a student, and a good communication skills instead of just good communication skills. So that might be something to pay attention to. And pronunciation was very clear throughout, easily understandable. I liked how she was using rising intonation and stressing important words to make the message clearer. There were just a couple examples, maybe boots instead of boosts, but overall clear and very nice performance.